Alright guys, welcome back. In this class we will work on users details page, right? So our controller is ready. We will create the view, but let's just first work on our model, right, which is user. So if I open up my user model, so how will you think about relationship? I think it should be better if we say a user has many orders, right? So if we can say a public function orders or order, a user has many order. So this is written, this has many order class, right? That's it. Okay, now let's just open Tinker. So I can say PHP artisan Tinker, and then we can say user app user, first user, and then we can say user order, right? There we go. This is the order of the user, right? It could be many orders. Let's say for example, if we go to orders and if we add an ID of 3, I think user ID 1 again, and timestamp same, the street address would be the same, and status for example 1, dates, okay, the user ID 1, right? And then again if we go to order items, order ID, okay, let's just user ID 1 again, order ID 3, okay, oh sorry, ID is equal to 3, and order ID of course 3, product ID for example 6, and quantity 4, price would be 5,000, and then the date for example for today. Just save this. Okay, that's nice. So if we again check this, again one user, because we need to exit Tinker and run it again. If we say user, there we go. Now you can see the user has 2 orders, right? So this is the relation. Now it's time to, this relationship is over. Now it's time to work on the view, the interface. This interface would be very simple. So we simply need to go and create a new blade file called details, and then we simply extend admin layouts, the master, and the section would be user order details, right? And then the section for content, okay, that's, and we simply copy some contents from this page, the row, just copy this row and just paste it here. Okay, that's great. And we can say, okay, we'll just program this. I think now it's time to just get the user's order details, right? So if I come to controller again, and we'll create a method called show that has an ID, just written the ID, okay? Okay, now it's time to create the button inside our index file. This is the button. We need to make it functional, so simply we can say the same blade directive we'll use link to route, okay, and then which route, users show route, and then the name would be, for example, we can say details, and then of course user ID is important, and then if you want to add beauty in it, so we can add a class for that. btn success, and then btn sm for small. I think this should be improved. Okay, nice. Let's just save and reload the page. If I click on details, there we go, we got the ID1, right? So now let's just come to the controller again, and then first of all just find the ID, find the user. So I can say user find, inside user just find the ID, and then return array back to user details page, right? So we can say return redirect to admin user details, right? And then of course compact the user, sorry about that. Okay, that's nice. So if we now if we check this, http status code 1 is not valid. I think there's a problem with that. We don't need to well, let's just debug this. First of all, I think this is not the way we are going to, fetch. This is basically finding the users, so this is not the way. First we need to say, I think, yeah, basically orders, right? So let's just find the orders where user ID is equal to this ID, and then just get them, right? And if we die and dump orders and just check it real quick, order, I think it's orders. Oh yeah, we need to use orders. That should be order, and then reload. Yeah, there we go, we just got it, right? Okay, so now let's just return back. Oh yes, sorry about that. We will not use the redirect function inside our controller. I thought it was a blade, sorry about that. Okay, nice, it's working. So let's just come to the details, and then ID. What we will add, the order ID, right? The product name, address, and I think the quantity, total price. Okay, it's total price, and then of course order date, and what about the status? Okay, that's it. Now we will use the for each loop, of course, and for each. So we can say orders as order, and then yeah, first we need to say that should be inside tr table row, and now that's td order ID. So if we save and reload it, orders. Okay, if I check my controller again, oh yeah, that's user, sorry about that again. Okay, that's great. Order ID, and then of course products. Yeah, a relationship is already created for order, so we simply say the name of the product, right? And then of course the order's address. Great. And then yeah, order items quantity. Basically this relationship is already created because we are calling the order objects, so don't need to worry about it. And then of course we need price and then order date. Okay, yeah, I think we don't need to use for each inside tr. Again, we just did the mistake, the mistake, right? There we go. So status, finally we'll copy the same if code if we can. Just write the if order status, just else, and then and if, right? Create label with the class label of success for confirmed. That means the status of the order is confirmed, and if not confirmed, so we can simply say pending, and the color should be orange. So warning is the best solution. Oh yeah, that should be order. There we go, finally. Okay, I think we don't need to use Spain here. Okay, that works. That works. Cool, that's fine. So finally, if we can go to orders and then click on, oh yeah, we are working on users tab. So if we go to, oh yeah, we need to work on sidebar, URL users. Just click here. There we go. And if you click on details button, so the same user, we can also write the name of the user. Okay, over here at the top of our details page. So we can say orders on zero index or orders user name, define variable. Oh yeah, because we are calling orders, so this is completely written as a collection, so that's why we use offset. Okay, so that means the name of the user Alex, order details. There we go, right? So this is finally done, and we successfully created all the sections, the add product, view product, and all the functionality, and orders, order details, and confirm functionality that is still working, and pending functionality. Okay, with the message, great. And the users function, all the functionality, but the blocked user is your own work. And the details of the user, a user has many products, right? There we go. And finally, we will work on the dashboard page. So in the next video, we will be work on dashboard page. See you.